So I welcome you to the Holy Week and see what happens in the Gospel of today. Jesus visiting Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. So they gave a dinner for Jesus, and Martha served, while Lazarus was one of those reclining at table with him. Okay, here's the message. Mary took a liter of costly perfumed oil made from genuine aromatic nard and anointed the feet of Jesus and dried them with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the oil. Then Judas Iscariot, one of his disciples and the one who would betray him, said, "Why was this oil not sold for 300 days' wages and given to the poor?" He said this not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief and held the money bag and used to steal the contributions. So you see these two people, Mary, who came to anoint the feet of Jesus with costly perfumed oil and dried the feet of Jesus with her hair. And the gospel says the house was filled with the fragrance of the oil. And then Judas, on the other hand, who pretended to care for the poor, but actually did not, because he was in charge of the money bag and used to help himself from it. So who would you choose? Of course, not Judas. Judas is blinded by selfishness, by sin. Judas is blinded by self-interest. Mary would be our choice. Mary shows extravagant love, extravagant care, extravagant affection for Jesus. But Jesus has already loved. So Mary is only reciprocating the love of Jesus. And the phrase or the sentence that the house was filled with the fragrance of the oil is so interesting, and it stands for a lesson for us. We are starting the Holy Week. The house was filled with the fragrance of the oil. When oil is contained in its jar, it doesn't spread. The fragrance is contained. The fragrance doesn't go out. But when oil is opened and spread out and shared, the fragrance is felt, is impactful. St. Paul will tell us that we are the aroma of Christ. And this Holy Week invites us to recognize that we are the aroma of Christ. And like Mary, to show our generosity to God, to Christ, by the things that we do. That fragrance is your act of charity, your act of generosity, your act of love, your act of giving yourself for the service of others. So Holy Week is a good time because it helps us to contemplate on God's love, who has poured himself out like fragrance in Christ Jesus for us. And this is a time to appreciate what Jesus has done for us, to appreciate that he is going to suffer, die for our sake. And like Mary, that we in turn pour out our generosity for the sake of Christ. Let your fragrance be felt. Let your fragrance fill the room. Let your fragrance fill the atmosphere where you walk. Let your fragrance of love fill your home and your family. Let your fragrance be felt by those who come and encounter with you, those who see you this period. May they feel the fragrance of Christ. Good aromatic smell, God's love smells in a good way. Happy Holy Week. God bless you.